Hello there, today we'll be doing word search, a backtrack type problem. So here we are given a grid of items. So let's just grab the input and the output. So what we want to do here is make sure whether or not it is possible for us to create this word, and our output here is true because by following this particular path, A, B, C, C, D, E, D, we could get this path going. So let me just, how would I signify this on this input? So I think maybe add a star to it. So that's how we get A, B, C, C, E, D. So what we need to do is, one, create a way to continue traversing while the next character of the word is correct, matches the next character on the board. How's that? That's a pretty good one, I think. So 2, reject. Well, I think the first one implies the second one, implying we reject any path that does not match or the next character on the board does not match the next character of the word. And we want to be able to use every single word. So we start at, to solve this, we need to start at every single item. And what we're going to do is backtracking, because we want to reuse items that, well, we don't use anymore. So suppose we use A, B, and we're finished with B. We want to be able to reuse B when we go A, S, F, B. So backtracking allows us to do this because we can remove items from our set and reuse it later. So remember when we did 1, 1, 2, and we dropped off the 1 and we could grab just 1 and 2? That's kind of how it works. So that's why we're using backtracking. Yeah, so I think with these parameters here, we can solve this problem. So let's create our rows and columns. Length of board and length of board 0 for columns. And let's create our visited set. Now we're going to create our DFS, and we're going to take in a row, column, and the index for the word. Now, if the I is equal to the length of word, that means we have found the word. Otherwise, if the row is less than 0, or the column is less than 0, or the row is greater than or equal to the rows, or the column is equal to the columns, or we have seen this row and column cell in our visited set, or our does not continue anymore. This word at this particular index does not equal to the word at this particular cell. What's going to happen here is that we will return false. Now, time to do the backtracking. So how do we do the backtracking is that first things first, we add the item to our set of, we add the cell, and now we check everything around the cell. So one way to clean this up, what we're going to do here is to use parentheses. And by using parentheses, we can drop these off into separate rows so that we can look at each particular item as itself. I think it looks better like this. Okay, so with that, we add the item, and now we're going to do our backtracking. So let's run every item, row, column, and I plus 1. And we're going to repeat this 4 times, and we're going to go all 4 directions. The reason why we have to go 4 directions is because we don't know where we're going to start, and at some starting points we do have 4 directions, like F. All right, we don't just start at A. Okay, so row plus 1, column plus 1. Uh-oh, we have a problem here. We don't have a comma. Okay, so row minus 1 and column minus 1. With that, we have gone all 4 directions. And we have the results from that. So now we're going to remove the item that we have added. Because, well, we don't need that item. And we're going to return our results. And with that, we can, for I, again run this for every row and column. Alright, and let's run this code. So this code runs pretty slowly because we are traversing through every single path. And again, what this does here is that we're testing at every starting point. And with each starting point, we check the 3 different directions to see if it's possible. And every time we finish checking that particular location, we will remove that item so we can reuse that particular spot again. And that's why we're using backtracking. And with that, we have completed this problem. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. If you have any questions, please comment below. And if you want more videos, check the link in the description below. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one.